evening, judges. Great to be here. Thank you very much for letting us through to the final. First of all, I just want to say a good thank you to everyone else that's been here tonight. Everyone's done a great job. Everyone really has blown out of the park. We've seen everything you can imagine, balloons and bacon and whatever you could imagine going on. My cocktail personally has been what I feel is a take on a Havana cocktail, which really highlights the flavors that I would really say this product itself has, and it really balances everything out, okay? So first of all, I guess we'll talk about the name of the drink. I've called my cocktail Sayonara Adriana. Now, two reasons behind that. First of all, I started dating a chick about 2 months ago called Adriana. Everything was cushy for the first 2 months. She seemed great, she seemed cool, pretty chilled out, she was a good girl. 2 months passed and boom, she went mental. She started talking about kids, started talking about the future, marriage. I'm 21 years old, I don't want kids right now, I don't want no marriage, okay? So had to sack that off. Therefore, had to say Sayonara Adriana. Fortunately, that slightly coincided with a little bit of research I was doing on rum transportation back in the 1700s. After doing that, I found out that a lot of the ships back then were actually called Adriana. I'd done some researching. There's a few references you can find which consistently bring up the same name, Adriana, HMS Adriana, Adriana's Pride, etc., etc. So therefore, I decided to follow on with that suit, make it quite personal, you know what I mean, and sort of bring that together. So we're going to start with a nice helping, 45 mils Havana 7. Havana 7 is one of my favorite products out of the Havana range. Actually, it is my personal favorite. I feel it's diverse in not just old fashions, treacles, but anything you want it to be. Although there are strong flavors and it's aged for a good amount of time, I feel like it's very, very diverse. Havana 7 was also one of the first ever Cuban rums to be focused on being neat. So it was a lot of emphasis between this rum itself being enjoyed neat, but personally I feel that with a few tweaks and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, we can really emphasize everything, bring everything together, excel those flavors and enjoy it a bit more. I'm just going to get a large measure quickly. And we're going to go in with 45 mils of Havana 7. After that, we're going to follow on with what I feel is one of the most predominant highlights of Havana 7, and that's apricot. I feel like apricot, peach, a little bit of, you know, the slightest touches of it come through, and that if those flavors themselves are, you know, brought to the surface, it's going to complement the rest that's in it. So to that, I'm going to add 22.5 mils of apricot. Then we're going to go for a citrus note. We have our hard ingredient, we've got our soft ingredient, a bit of a liqueur, a little bit of sugar towards that, and we're going to go in with a bit of citrus. This is going to help balance out the flavors. And really help draw out that flavor of apricot. So 22.5 mils of fresh lemon juice. Into that, I've got a homemade citrus marmalade. Originally, it's just a... Forgot this in the last one. Let's add it in now. We'll make that all cushy. So to that, we're going to go in with a citrus marmalade. Traditionally, this is just an orange marmalade. I've, as you can see, just added a little grapefruit peel and a little in there, a little grapefruit and a little lemon peel, a little rind, and then left that for a few days just so it really extracts those flavors, brings it out, and adds an extra dimension to the drink. So we're going in with a large bar spoon of that. My main idea for this drink was that it was to be easily replicable. The fact that you could make this drink any way you wanted, any bar, not specific on what ingredients they had. So, for example, the fact that this is a homemade marmalade doesn't mean that this drink would not be replicable in another bar. Citrus marmalades can be bought anywhere, any newsagents, any shop. We're going to go in with some grapefruit bitters, just the Fee brothers, and just one dash of that. Grapefruit belongs to a family of flavor profiles called syllagogues, so something that really helps accentuate saliva. It might sound weird, it's not, trust me. Something that really salvates the mouth, makes you want to come back for an extra hit of that sweetness, and then it dries out again. Then an extra hit of that sweetness, it dries out again. Really, really phenomenal flavors going on there, okay? I'm just going to make sure I've got everything in this, as I forgot an ingredient last time. Egg white is what we're going with next. And we're going to go in with 25 mils of egg white, okay? So that's everything that we're going to include in the cocktail, okay? Rupert? The next part of the drink is we're going to include a dry shake. Traditionally, dry shakes are done but before ice is added into the drink. I've done a little research, realized that this is completely negatable to what a dry shake really does. Traditionally, you shake without ice, then you shake with ice traditionally. No.
Shake without ice first.
You shake without ice and then you add ice. Now the reason is you shake with ice so that it increases the volume, the capacity of the Boston shaker itself. It's much larger, therefore you can get more aeration in it. Adding ice into the second shake completely negates this entirely. The extra capacity of ice completely dismisses the amount of aeration that you've included in the first place. So we're going to do the opposite. We're going to first of all shake with ice to get the dilution, the chilling, everything we need. Then we're going to double strain into a Boston glass. And we're going to dry shake now. This means we get the full effect of the aeration that we want in the first shake, yet we get it in the latter of the shakes. Our garnish, gents, we're going to go with a little bit of toasted ciabatta. This takes on the same style of flavor as a breakfast martini. We've got the marmalade, the citrus, you know, a bit of rum in there to really bring everything together. But this will help us increase the aesthetics not only by smell but by look as well. If I was anywhere better with chopsticks, that would help. And then from here we single strain. As you can see, the double shaking has really added this seriously strong, heavy foam on the end. Lemon zest for aesthetics. And some fresh citrus marmalade on the side. The contrast between the bread and the sweetness of the citrus marmalade compared to that really velvety, slightly sweetened but really citrus notes that you get on the cocktail contrast each other very well. To finish off, we have a grapefruit and lemon zest. That just gets sprayed over the cocktail. Really adds to it. Sayonara Adriana. Thank you.
It's better with that in it.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It really is.
Like, yeah,
it brings
it's
everything
like-
together, mate.